Good morning, everybody. We have a special guest today because it is National Weather Person Day.
Yay! Brian Wisniewski, people.
It has to honestly be the silliest day that I think that's out there. You know, you got Donut Day. Like, can we make this like Big Lunch Day or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, get rid of the Weather Person Day.
We want to recognize people in meteorology, weather forecasting, broadcast meteorology, and volunteer storm spotters. That's all a part of it.
This is true.
You know?
Have you ever chased storms?
I did. Yeah, the first time like I officially chased was in college, UW-Milwaukee. We would do a little bit of fundraising ourselves, and then you had to do some essay stuff, and they'd match the money. And we'd go on big storm chase trips. One day we'd be in Texas, next day we'd be in Nebraska, then North Dakota, and we'd do it for like 10 days.
Really? How close have you been to a tornado?
Far distance.
Okay.
Like super far. Like, you know, like far enough that you're not like
afraid.
Yeah, I mean.
But you can see it?
Yeah, some of those chasers, yeah, absolutely. Some of those chasers are, I mean, they're crazy. I'm not going to tell them how to do their job, but I mean, some of them are getting some really good scientific information. Others are doing it for the thrill. I would try not to have anybody do it.
You're not as much a risk taker?
Don't try this at home.
Yeah, I mean, and at some point too, they're getting in the way of, you know, people who are trying to flee and things like that. So.
Do you think being a weather person and meteorologist is more fun in some place like the Midwest where there's so many different changes versus some place like California where like it's 70 today?
Yeah.
I always said, you know, I'm happy to be working somewhere where there is active weather.
Yeah.
However, I'll say this, maybe 50, 60-year-old Brian might like San Diego if he's still doing this at some point. You know, we'll
It's
see.
a little less stressful, perhaps.
Yeah.
True.
But part of it is sort of honoring the science of it all, and that's the thing. A lot of you are sort of science nerds, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, our schooling at UW-Milwaukee was very little actual broadcasting and learning that part of it. I learned that from Milan. You know, I'd come in here in the evening and he'd critique me, you know, on a weeknight and stuff like that.
Cute.
But yeah, all about the science. Is that cloud going to produce rain? There's a big, massive math equation for that.
Cumulus, right?
The nimbo is the big important part of that.
Yes. Okay.
Nimbocumulus, nimbostratus. If it has a nimbo attached to it, that means it could rain.
Oh,
okay.
I didn't know that.
Is it going to snow? What's the deal?
Really, yesterday was looking more promising for us to get snow. I think here in Milwaukee, then we're talking about tonight and into tomorrow morning, looks like probably an inch or two here in Milwaukee. Down by K-Town.
I love how your voice just sounded so weathery right now.
You just went into it.
You literally went into it. So you got in the flow right there.
Down in K-Town, though, you might get maybe 3-4 inches of snow.
Okay, little
few
crazy.
more.
Yeah.
I want a snowmobile to work.
There you go.
I'm downtown now, but I want a snowmobile straight in. That's what I want to do.
And the thing I always wonder is, because you have kids, how old is your oldest?
Olivia's 4, and then Riley, our youngest.
Okay,
is 1.
so they're still a little young for this, but I always wonder what people say to you, like when your kids are at school or you're out and about. Is it all like, because I like how you do practical stuff, like you tell people, are you going to have to shovel today or not? That's what people really want to know.
Everybody wants their personal forecast.
Yeah.
And they think it's going to be.
I do that to them too.
My mom, wife.
Especially when you're traveling.
Included. Yeah, totally. And I know it does help out if you can be more detailed for someone's specific location.
Yeah.
I'm able to do that in those conversations versus like, you know, a 3-minute general weathercast where I have to broad brush it. You know what I mean? So we are trying on air to find different ways that we can get more specific, and hopefully you're noticing that.
How much of what you do is you specifically like diagnosing the weather versus the instruments?
I wish I had more time to actually get into the nuts and bolts, but thankfully a lot of the computer models are getting a lot better.
Yeah.
We're able to rely on those a little bit more, but there is more to it than just saying this computer model is going to do that. You do have to, you know, factor in current observations, pick which model is doing better, and overweigh things. I don't know, I would say about maybe 3-4 hours of my day is actually looking at weather data.
Okay.
If you weren't a weather person, what would you be doing?
Bank robber? Maybe not. No.
Probably not.
Maybe. Gosh, I don't know. I always thought lawyer was cool. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That does seem.
I didn't know if you played a sport maybe in school and you always said, I'm going to be a professional.
It was soccer, and I soon realized I wasn't at that level, so that went out the door or whatever. But no, I mean, I think if I had to pick like a dream career, I mean, I think professional golfer would be great because you get to travel. There's less stress on the body. You can just play in these gorgeous places. That'd be it. Professional golf.
There you go.
Because we're going to talk about emojis. Which weather emoji do you think is missing from the emoji list?
I'd have to. That's a tough one.
I'm putting you on the spot there.
Do you use emojis?
I know it's emojis. I wish there were different levels of intensity for my stuff. You know what I mean? There might be just like one
8
or two
different
snowflakes.
clouds.
Yes, and I want like really like stay at home, get the milk and bread snowflake, and I want the, that it's just gonna snow a little bit.
Pretty little
More
ornate.
specific.
Yeah.
Because actually there are 117 emojis that are going to be newly added this
Really?
year by the people who do them. One of
Yeah.
them is a flip-flop, I know.
Yeah,
One of
people
them's
need
accordion. The
flip-flops.
people in Milwaukee will love that.
Okay.
But so we put on Facebook, this is in honor of that, what emoji do we need that doesn't exist yet? Clearly we need some
We need more
different,
clouds.
we need
What's
a
your
greater
choices?
spectrum.
I don't have one yet. I don't know. But Niz, you got to go out. You're out.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm out of here.
you guys are making them
Thank
leave?
you.
I didn't even get to say my thanks and goodbyes. I had flowers and everything. You miss
speech.
out.
Flowers, bring them next time.
Little drizzle for the nizzle.
See you guys.
Thank you, Brian.